Welcome back to Aunt Boone and Marie, guys. I am making a clock today. I have this broken disc golf disc. I covered it in packaging tape on the front side of the disc, poured in some resin, and then a nice little crack. And I'm just going to put another layer on the back side of the disc because I do want to make sure it's going to be sturdy, stay together, and it's not just going to come apart. And I did choose the color a little darker. Didn't quite match the blue that I had already done, but oh well. So I did get the blue poured in. It wasn't quite enough to cover, so I did add in a little bit more clear. And I'm just going to kind of swirl that around after making sure it does touch all the edges. Once the resin does start to get to that honey texture, nice and thick, I did make sure to drip some drops into the little deeper parts of the cracks to make sure I got it all in there very well, because I do not want this to come back apart. Now, I probably could have sanded the disc before pouring the resin in. I did not think of that. This is the next day or a couple days later, probably more than a few days. And there it is, and I'm going to pull off all this tape. And it was such a hassle. It took forever. It came off wonderfully, but I mean, cleanly. It was just a hassle. So then I did a nice gloop of resin right in the middle of the disc, and I let it set there. I removed the bubbles, and I let it sit there and get to a nice thick texture, not quite honey. But I didn't want it to be so thin that it would run off the sides. And then I just painted around. Made sure to get all the way to the edges. Made sure it was a nice, thin, even layer. Used my torch to get rid of bubbles and to make sure the layer was nice and even. There it is, all done. I did get this 12-inch, like a circle platter mold from Amazon. I am marking it on the back side. I want to be able to center things and know where to put my numbers. And I figured I should probably do that before I put anything in it. So some of my marks are off. I did count wrong, but I did figure out with this 12-inch mold that all of the numbers are 3 inches apart. So it just kind of worked out perfectly. Once I got it centered, I put in a little bit of clear. And then I went through my colors, trying to find which ones matched the front of the disc the best. I really didn't care about the blue on the back. That was to just cover up all the writing so nobody would have anybody's phone number in the future. So I got the clear in there, and I pour in the blue, and then I pour in the pink, and I kind of almost do like a random zigzaggy, almost swirl. And then I used my heat gun to not only pop bubbles, to push the resin around. I didn't want to mix the colors, but I definitely didn't want like a stripe of pink running through. So I kept using the heat gun until I was happy, and then I put in some numbers. I did the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9. The pipette, so the center of the 9 didn't take any resin in it. So I did have to suck up some resin and then put it in there. I weighed down my disc so it wouldn't move. This is a few days or a week later, something like that. My friend printed off 3D little mini disc golf baskets. They're so cute. I have my edges already marked evenly for where my number should go. And I'm just Mod Podging on the little baskets. I'm double checking which mark I need to be using. Oh, there was the basket. They're just so cute. I love them so much. I just want to get these on, let the Mod Podge dry for 24, 48 hours. Of course, I do have it on a little thick. I do kind of use my paintbrush and scrape that up a little bit. Alrighty. So the numbers are dried on. I did not get a video, but I did do a clear coat on top of the numbers and the baskets. Sorry, I don't have that, but just do a top coat. Then I scraped the edges off so they weren't sharp. My husband's helping me use the Dremel because I am super duper clumsy. He's doing the hard part, which is getting through it. And then I realized that the clock guts were not long enough. And so on the front, it has like a nut that the clock guts go into, and you'll see me. And I just depressed it in there. So I used my Dremel and made a little indent that was flush with the surface of the disc. And voila. I wasn't able to put the hanger on it, but I'm just going to epoxy that one in there. I had to Google how to put the clock together. My guts did not come with instructions at all. And of course, all of the clock arms were bent from shipping, which it's okay. I fixed it. Definitely you can go over to Facebook and give me a follow. You can like my video here and subscribe if you like. I'll be putting stuff out in the future. But here's my clock. It is so cute. Oh, I love the baskets. I think it turned out wonderful. I'll get the hanger on the back by just resining it on right under the 12. It'll work out great. Here's some pictures I took of it. Oh, I just love it. I think it's just so great. You can see the disc golf baskets there. But thanks for coming, guys. You guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed it. And hope to see you on the next one.